listening to this. You are the resistance.
Well, as you can see here, I have what I call the Downshift 83 Warhawk. I know there's a lot of people that wear it, but that's just what I call it because I think he's the one that made it really popular. And it's going on my Icon variant like it's supposed to. I honestly think that the variant doesn't look as good without the Warhawk, probably because it's just I'm so used to seeing it on that helmet. It just I think that's what was missing. So as you can see, there's the sticker job that I did to the helmet to bring it out and make it a little more my own. But today we're gonna put the Warhawk on. I kind of started to do it, and then I realized maybe I should make a how-to according to what info I got, thanks to Witness 2282, and that's probably Microsoft calling me back. So I'm gonna splice. So I moved this stuff over here. I'm gonna try and do this with one hand. Kind of started it, so it shouldn't be too bad. But basically, what I've counted from looking at all the Downshifts helmets and Witness 2282's helmet and everybody else, basically 7 of these fins are on the top, and then the other 8 are going to be on the back side of the helmet. So basically you got 7 fins are going to go from here back to here, and that's why you got to cut it, and then the other 8 go from here all the way down to the bottom of the back. And one of the things you got to pay attention to is make sure you have the shield up so that you can see how far it comes back onto the helmet, and that way you don't accidentally put the Warhawk too far down and where it gets caught. I think I'm gonna actually end up putting it back almost in line with these, maybe a little bit further down. But from what I've seen too is, like Witness was telling me that he had to notch the Mohawk, one of the blades. Get out of the way, girl. He had to notch one of the blade, one of the like the 7th blade, like this one had to be notched so that he could fit it in there. Or maybe it was this one, the one on the back side. I don't remember. Anyway, so we'll find out once we get to that point. So basically you got to bend it. See, as you can see, I already kind of cut most of it, but it's real easy. You can take either a sharp knife or a little razor blade, and you're gonna get down on there and you're gonna bend it. I'll do it on here. Like if you bend, say you bend it like that, basically. Of course you're gonna use 2 hands, but you bend it so that you can get down inside the webbing part, and just lightly, it doesn't even take a lot. That knife isn't that sharp, but I was still able to do it with one hand and get that much of it. And you just, lightly, just slowly, be patient with it, otherwise you're going to screw it up. But you're going to bend it and just lightly with the blade lightly glaze over it. I'm gonna have to put a little pressure on it, so I'm gonna need both hands. But slowly, bend it. Make sure you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are going this way, if that's the way you want it on there. So 7 on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the back. You can count. So I'm gonna cut here, and I'll be back after I finish cutting this off. All right, a little update. So I got this piece on, and I was starting to look at stuff, and I mean, you can see where it's cut right there. And then when you take the other piece and slide it in the back, there's like this real big gap in between there, and that's kind of bugging me. It was really bugging me. Alright, here we go. There you can see it's not that clean because I used the knife, but I mean, you're not going to see that anyway. It's going to be on top, but not bad. And where I did run into a little bit, I needed to use that little blade right there, was once you get down to the sticky part. Let me get it in the camera. Once you get down to that sticky part, right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. The little gel looking stuff underneath there, that's the sticky part, the adhesive. Um, it doesn't really want to cut too well with a regular blade, so that's why I use the razor blade. Cut really nice and smooth. Probably would have been better to start off with that, but it is what it is. So yeah, so those are the pieces. Now what we'll do is I gotta get the helmet over here and line it up. My daughter's got all her project stuff over here, so she's basically taking up one of my workbenches. Alright, so now we'll get the helmet over here and you can mock it up. And I guess I see now where he was talking about. No, not really. I mean, I guess if you go back further, kind of notch it in there, but I mean, I don't know, maybe my helmet's bigger because I got a big head, but I mean, it's only a 1X, but anyway, it looks like it'll fit without notching it. That'd be nice. So we'll see. So I got to use both hands, but you can kind of get an idea. Make sure before you just go in here and slap it on, make sure you measure like the distance between this piece here and the outside of the Mohawk here, or the Warhawk here, and same on the other side, and try and get it there even. And do the same thing in the back. Do the corner, because it's real, or back here where it merges, I guess, where the flat piece is, and even do it in the middle too, just to make sure. You know, you want to make sure it's nice and straight all the way down. So take the time to measure it out. If you're in too big of a hurry to want to measure it out, then don't do it. Wait until you have time. Do it right. So some people will take the full visor off, take it off completely, and then put this on there and measure it out and everything, but yeah, I didn't feel like doing it. It might be the right way, but there's more than one right way in my mind. I tried to take it off once before, and I'm prone to breaking stuff, so I don't want to break my new helmet. Now if it came down to it and I had to take that off, then that's one thing, but I don't have to take it off. So anyway, like I said, that big gap in there was bugging me, and when I mocked it up, and I see where you have to notch the fin that goes in here so that it'll come up a little bit higher in there and everything and fit all the way on the back. That's gonna bug me too much, so what I did was I cut one of the fins off, and technically if I had taken this off, I could mock that up first, take this off, and then have put it down in all in one piece and just had that one fin missing out. But because I don't want to take this off, I didn't do any harm by cutting it in half. But as you can see there, I mean, it's going to slide back in there, and it slides in perfect. So it's basically just going to be all one thing. I'm just missing one fin compared to a lot of other people. They'll have 8 on the back, and mine's going to be 7. 7 on top, 7 on the back. I'm fine with 7 and 7. So that's how I'm going to put it. I still have to measure that out and make sure I get it on there straight, everything, but I wanted to update that part of it. So you do have that option, and it was a straight, nice, straight, easy cut. I used the razor blade to get a little more precise on this one. There's still a little bit of, that's just, you're not going to see that anyway. But yeah, so you can see it's going to be up in there. So I'm going to get this done. We'll get it mocked up in there nice, and I'll be back. Alright peeps, so this is what it looks like once it's in there. I don't have that gap in there, and of course, I mean, right now when it's zoomed in, you can see the little where I cut it, but I mean, you're not gonna see that when I'm riding. That gap was gonna bug me though, so it's all good. So that's how I install my Warhawk. And we can take a look. Put it up on that tank there. Oh, that looks so much better. Look at that thing. It's just, yeah. It's like that helmet was made for that. You know? So, and the gapping on it was nice. Look at that. Look. That's what happens when you do it right. And, yeah. So we're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this helped in any way. But I didn't do this on my own. You know, I had advice from the guys out there who've been doing it for a long time. So, like, subscribe, leave a message at the bottom. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And hopefully I'll have an answer for you if you have questions. If not, I'll find out for you. And hopefully you'll be rocking the Warhawk on your variant or whatever helmet you decide to put it on whenever you get a chance. Alright guys, cheers, Godspeed, be good to each other, and we'll see you in the next video.